If you've been following news around Depp and Heard, you probably know there's some podcast coming out which is saying that Amber got trolled. And who trolled Amber, which is what it's called. Adam Waldman actually called it out because he got an email from the people asking for some statements from him. And of course, he declined. Now, one reason he declined is because if he's on there, it just gets more traction, more views, and things like that. So why would he give them the pleasure? And another reason is they probably wouldn't quote exactly what he said and try to twist things or take things out of context, of course. But the person or one of the people making the podcast is Alexi Monstrous, who reposts Adam's post and says, Adam Waldman, Johnny Depp's lawyer, seems more comfortable posting my email to him online than answering my questions about his work for the Russian state. Well, of course, he's going to post the email and call you out and show everybody it's not the smartest thing to ask him because he's just going to decline, and most likely it's just for attention. The email to Tug was just for attention because Tug's too smart to answer the questions. Look, the whole thing Alexi's doing is traction, views, and some promo for his website, which I guess I don't need to mention, or the website he works for, or whatever. Furthermore, it's not going to do much. It's going to get Johnny fans to answer, listen, and debunk what he's saying, with a couple of Amber fans maybe donating, subscribing, or whatever, but not that much. I mean, I say that because history shows she's got a very small fan base with very small support that's organic. She's got some industry people and media shows and things like that on her side, but not a huge organic fan base like Johnny has. Or not even Johnny, like Jason Momoa has, or like Paul McCartney has, or even like Taylor Swift has, or anybody. It's just not much. And Andy Signor pitches in and says, why would Adam Waldman respond to you when you're so clearly making an ignorant, false, and biased hit piece? Yeah, those are pretty good words to use. I heard Kat Tembarge in your promo. Can't miss that voice from a mile away. Did you look into her working with the age camp to dox Depp's real life supporters? Of course they didn't, because they're so fair and pure. And Jay-Z says, you've done your job as a journalist and asked for comment on questions you would like cleared up. Mr. Waldman declined to comment, as he did multiple times under oath in Virginia. We are left to speculate why. Well, he failed to comment in Virginia because he has the right not to comment on certain questions. On questions that are kind of loaded, taken from a certain angle. Why answer stupid questions? The info was all out there. Freddie asks, hey, Megan Fox writer, did Alexi ever respond to your press inquiry? Not sure what that's about. And Laura B says, and by the way, shout out to her. I owe her a few shout outs. You blatantly lie about facts and insult millions of DV survivors, and you expect that Adam answers to a clown like you. Well, you can crawl back to the hole you came out. Oh, fair enough. I won't argue. And Elizabeth says, I really like the tortoise media in the past, but you're pushing the notion that an attorney's clients are in league with each other, and I know you know that's not true. You're conflating these things intentionally. Alexis says, you make a very good point, which I can't respond to in a tweet. Hopefully, the pod offer context for why I'm interested in this issue. Hope you get a chance to listen. Here's the context. He knows Johnny's got a fan base who will see it. Some will be a little bit irritated. Some will be out to debunk him, but he'll get some attention for it. And Elizabeth says, I really like the tortoise in the past, but you're pushing the notion that an attorney's clients are in league with each other, and I know you know that's not true. You're conflating these things intentionally. Okay, I didn't want to mention it, but Tortoise is the website the guy works for. And he answers, you make a very good point, which I can't respond to in a tweet. Of course not. Hopefully, the pod offers some context for why I'm interested in this issue. Hope you get a chance to listen. Okay. Well, Alexi's interested because he knows Johnny Depp's got a huge fan base of tens of millions, and some of them will check it out. Like I said, mostly to debunk and prove him wrong. But nonetheless, some people will be listening. And Dr. Charlotte Doubtman says, seriously, Alexi, it's very strange that the same story is built up over and over again, refuted umpteen times. Heard had years to prove it and couldn't. Suddenly, a spy shows up. Who can take that seriously? And strangely enough, these headlines always come from the UK. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there are some American media, Rolling Stone, Variety, stuff like that has some crap headlines. But I know what she means. A lot of the hard hitting, direct headlines like this are coming from the UK. Adam Waldman looking for the attention you are owed. Is that him? Maybe his Instagram or something. All right, thank you, Chrissy. And the skeleton says, Alexi, thanks for promoting Adam's new account. You're a sweetheart. Guys, in case you haven't noticed, it's actually the real Adam Waldman with a new account. Click the follow button for more transparency than you'll ever get here. True. I'm assuming most people knew by now, but Adam does have a new account. Maybe give him a follow. He's on 3,800 last I looked, probably more now. Got to get him back to 40,000. Xander says, seems like a standard professional email. Not sure what he thinks he's accomplishing by posting it. It's not a standard professional email. It's about what it stands for. He's sending people this mail that obviously will not answer his questions deliberately. A standard professional mail hopes to do business with somebody. It's a legit offer you think might be mutually beneficial to both parties. But this is not that. This is attention grabbing. Shooting emails out at people you know have followings. Just so you could show that off. Just so hopefully they could show that off. Which they did for better or for worse, but that was the point. And Melinda says, no one ever thought you were an actual journalist with 1 ounce of integrity and you just proved it. I didn't know who the guy was, so I didn't think anything. Probably most of you didn't either, but I get what you mean. And Melissa says, life's all about choices, and choosing to dredge up a non-story about an abuser who lied and fooled so many into believing her lies isn't the greatest choice. Food for thought. Yes, it's what you choose to cover. If he wanted to just go over the facts of the case that were out there on law and crime, maybe some articles and things, all right, he's just going through the case. It's historical. But it's a narrative, like she says here, of social media did it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I predict when this comes out, it'll get some views, some attention. It won't help the website. It won't get him any subs because it's mostly going to be Johnny fans proving it wrong. Maybe it'll get him a few, I guess. Amber's got her small group of followers you always see on X. They'll probably subscribe. All right, so that's about it. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad about it, but I'll get over it. I owe some people shout outs. They're coming up. Done here for now. See you next time.